it's Elizabeth Stanton with the Stanton Group, and today we are breaking down the January 2026 Butler County real estate market. If you live in Andover, El Dorado, Augusta, Rose Hill, Towanda, or you're thinking about moving east of Wichita, this is your market. And here's the headline. Sales are up, prices are up, inventory is tight, and contracts written are actually surging, but homes are just taking a little bit longer to sell. So what's actually happening? Let's go ahead and let's dig in. Let's start with the big numbers. In January 2026, 73 homes sold in Butler County compared to 71 last January. That's a 2.8% increase. Not explosive, but steady. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Total sales volume jumped 21.3% year over year, reaching $23.4 million. That tells me that the higher price points are moving and the median sales price rose up to $247,500. That's up 7.6% from last year. That's strong appreciation. Butler County, it's not cooling, it's climbing. But let's go a little bit deeper. The average sales price jumped to $320,727, which is up 18% from last year. That is a big jump. When we look at the closed listings breakdown, the strongest activity is happening between the $200,000 to $300,000 and the $300,000 to $400,000 range. That middle upper range is really what's carrying this market. But luxury is still also very active. There were 3 $1 million plus homes that sold in January. And that matters because that higher end confidence is still very, very present in Butler County. Now here's where we're gonna have the shift. Homes that sold in January were typically on the market 39 days compared to 32 last year. And the average days on market rose to 64 days. That means buyers are taking their time. This is not panic. This is we're just normalizing at this point. Homes are still selling, but they're just not doing it instantaneously. So inventory matters. At the end of January, Butler County had 180 active listings. That's up slightly from 173 last January. That equals about a 2.1 month supply of homes on the market. What does that mean when I say 2.1 homes, month supply of homes? That means 1 to 3 months is more of a seller's leaning market, and then 4 to 6 months is more of a balanced market. So at 2.1, we're still seller leaning in Butler County, and it's still tight. This is not a buyer's market, even though the days on market are longer. Supply is definitely limited, and that's important to know. In January, 70 new listings hit the market, exactly the same as last year. But here's the twist. The median list price of new homes dropped to $240,000, down from $295,000 last year. That's an 18.6% decrease. So what does that tell us? That mid-range inventory entered the market this January, not necessarily declining values, but there's just a different mix of homes. So maybe less of the higher end homes came on the market and more of those middle range homes came on. Now let's talk about that momentum. 76 contracts were written in January compared to 59 last year. That's a 28.8% increase. That is strong buyer activity. The median price of homes going under contract was $264,000, up from $250,000 last year. But here's the nuance. Homes going under contract are taking longer. Median about 36 days versus 10 days last January. Buyers are still active. They're just a little more selective, is what I'm going to say. At the end of January, though, 90 homes were actually pending, slightly down from 94 last year. The average list price of pending homes dropped significantly compared to last year, which again supports the idea that mid-range homes are dominating the activity. Pipeline looks stable, not overheating and not collapsing, stable. So if you're selling in Butler County, you're still selling in a seller-leaning market Inventory is tight, prices are up, but pricing strategy really matters more. The days of overpricing and hoping are gone. Homes are selling at about 98.7% of their list price. That means buyers are negotiating slightly, but not dramatically. And if you price correctly, you will win. If you're buying, you're not fighting 15 offers every time. Homes are sitting closer to 39 days, but don't mistake that for weakness. Supply is still 2.1 months, and that's tight. Well-priced homes are moving and moving fast. This is a strategic market, not a chaotic one. But here's my honest take. Butler County feels confident. It's not spiking like Cedric, and it's not softening either. It's steady, it's appreciating, and it's controlled. That's a healthy market. And for long-term investment, that's really exactly what you want. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in Butler County in 2026, let's build a strategy around real data and not headlines. So go ahead, drop your comments in the question, or drop your questions in the comments, and subscribe for monthly market updates. And if you want a custom home valuation, message me directly and let's make smart moves together this year.